Hi there, and welcome to the Arkansas E-Traveler. I'm Landon. This week, 2 sleeper sites were listed on Walmart EV Charging's website as coming soon. One in Locust Grove, Georgia, and one in Lakeland, Florida. We're going to add those permits to our list and see what's going on there. Also, construction was spotted elsewhere in Florida, marking a very new, exciting time for the state and EV charging. Plus, a ton of other permits all around the country. But let's start here, Supercenter 4108 in Springdale. Turns out, there's a permit here. What changes can we look forward to? Stick around. All right, so I don't think that there is anything particularly new to discuss at this location as it is right now. 4 ChargePoint Express units, as we have well documented before, one with CCS and one CHAdeMO. This serves 4 stalls at a time. This place gets incredibly busy. It is at a major turn in this Walmart parking lot. I've seen 18-wheelers knock that stop sign down. I've seen a lot go on here. And it's because of its location. We're in the front, next to the grocery vestibule. Pull-through parking. And it's a pleasant experience for the most part, especially being free. But according to permits that were found this week, this is about to change. We have moved to the back of the parking lot. Up there, that's the EV charging station right now. But according to permits, all of those are going to be ripped out. And the charging equipment back there, too. And they're going to move to right here. 4 Alpitronic HYC 400 units will be installed right here. They will run perpendicular to the aisles, just like they do down there, with pull-through parking. This will support 8 stalls instead of 4. It will actually look very similar to the Westworth Village location that we've been monitoring in the DFW. Now, with the swap from ChargePoint to the Alpitronic Hypercharger, that may signal the end of DC fast charging for ChargePoint with Walmart. But we'll have to keep an eye on Crossroads to see how that goes. They still use ChargePoints as well. But it will be, again, built right here, pull-through parking, perpendicular to the aisle, just like down there. And you will see Alpitronic Hyperchargers built right here in the back. I think this is a great move because it gets very busy up there. You got people picking up groceries. You've got in-home, as you can see the bright van right there, or the Bright Drop van, and it's just very, very busy. Back here, much calmer. And you're about to see what I'm talking about. You're going to see a fire truck try to make that turn. They can, but it gets very busy. So I'm glad to see that it's going to be moved back here out of the way. Plus the addition of Alpitronic Hyperchargers, a good move. Now, with these chargers being ripped out and the HYC 400s coming in the back of the lot, that could mark the end of the beta period for this location. It's going to look a lot like all of the other ones that are out of beta. Unfortunately, that could mean the end of free charging here. This is the only location that has it. The location in Crossroads that was also a beta testing site at the beginning, it's gone to the full 42 cents per kilowatt hour, and it only charges at 200 kilowatts, just like this one. So, is this the end of free charging with the Alpitronic Hyperchargers coming in later? Who knows? We'll keep an eye on it. But I, for one, am excited. This place gets very, very busy, and it only has 4 stalls. The secret is out that there's free charging. Maybe this will kind of level it out. Either way, with having to charge for it, or with having 8 stalls. I think it's a great move. I'm looking forward to it, and I hope that this will be a blueprint for what you can see across the country, especially with the pull-through stalls. This was a very fun find for me, finding this at a location that I've used twice a week for last school year. I don't use it as often anymore with my commute change, but at this location, those 4 ChargePoint Express Plus units that house CCS and CHAdeMO with 4 stalls are going to be ripped out. They're going to move the site to the back of the lot where I showed you, but keep it in the same row that is as far west in the parking lot as it is now. They're going to install 4 Alpitronic Hypercharger HYC 400 units, a welcomed addition because that will allow for 8 stalls, 4 CCS, 4 NACs. And some of the good news here that a lot of people will appreciate is it will retain pull-through parking. And of course, we want to see Is this going to mark the end of the beta period at this particular Walmart and thus the end of free charging? I could see this going either way, being so close to home office. They may use it to try other things. So we'll have to pay close attention to that. Before we get into the construction updates and the sleeper sites, I would encourage you to subscribe. Regular updates on YouTube, growing community spotters as well. Then I would love for you to join that. There's a Google form where you can do that to share what you have found in your local jurisdiction's permits. And of course, I post updates in between episodes on X and on YouTube. So please go ahead and subscribe if you have not. All right. First sleeper site announced this week, Supercenter 779 in Lakeland, Florida. Again, not found in permits. This is between the Orlando area and the Tampa Bay area, where they will install or have installed 4 ABB A400 units with 4 CCS and 4 NACS handles. What's most interesting about this permit to me is it was issued on September 4th. Today is October 18th. That is a quick turnaround. Now, obviously, it is not online. There's still a little bit more to go, but this could prove to be one of the fastest installs yet for Walmart EV charging, and I'm looking forward to seeing this one. I've got some connections who are hopefully going to be able to make a trip down here in the coming 2 or 3 weeks, and we'll be able to take a look. The second sleeper site listed was Supercenter 5709 in Locust Grove, Georgia. Again, not found in permits. This one should include 4 ABB 400 units, 4 CCS, and 4 NACS in an existing Walmart parking lot. Again, I'm going with ABB here because that's what we've seen in the Atlanta area with the other 2 or 3 locations that we know about. I'm excited for this one. It covers I-75, which is a very major thoroughfare along the eastern half of the United States. And this will give you a good place to charge in between Atlanta and the Florida-Georgia line. And so we're definitely happy to see this one come online, and hopefully a connection, a friend of mine can make a visit down there in the coming days, and we'll have more to share about this one in the next update. Up next, Supercenter 2387 has been spotted under construction in Brandon, Florida, thanks to PlugShare user EV Hawk. This is on the east side of Tampa Bay along I-75. And so this location, they have turned the dirt, and that is about it, fenced it off. But it does mark progress, again, found by a PlugShare user and shared in PlugShare. That is a great tool for us. So I think this is going to mark the beginning for a lot of Florida. Obviously, it's been going on in Lakeland for a while if it's ready to go, but now we're seeing it in other spots in Florida as well. So Florida, keep your head on a swivel and report anything you find. Again, I have that Google form if you would like, or you can email me or put it in PlugShare. I have them all bookmarked. So just if you... I'm a teacher, so we say this a lot. If you see something, say something, and that will be of good use to the community. All right, so one thing that I want to point out is that when spotting, mistakes can certainly happen, and it's because Walmart is going through so many different projects right now, including Store of the Future remodels, backup generators being installed, drone delivery is growing. They are going through a major push right now for convenience stores and gas stations. I am seeing all of these permits consistently across the country when searching for Walmart EV charging. So sometimes they overlap. In the case of Marysville, Washington, that appears to be what happened. Thanks to Jason Huff, he reported that there was construction going on, but he has since said that it looks to be way too big, way too many different construction pieces that are on site, that this is probably a store remodel. And so Bonnie Lake may also fall under that category, but I'm not removing either of them just yet because Guy Moffin has stopped by Bonnie Lake and he says that the construction area looks the same as it did the last time he was there, so it hasn't grown in the way that Marysville did. So we're going to keep an eye on it, but just understand sometimes we have to go back and make changes and admit when we were wrong with spotting and try to get it right. So we're going to keep an eye on these, just Seattle area. It may not quite be time, but we are watching. All right, now for the new permits. Neighborhood Market 3419 in Fort Worth, adding EV chargers to an existing commercial parking lot, spotted by EV Texans. He found the first 6 of these all in one day. He had a really good day. So 6756 West Vickery Boulevard, that Walmart Neighborhood Market, is receiving EV charging. Up next, Supercenter 5764 in Fort Worth at 2401 Avondale Haslett Road, found by EV Texans. Not much here, but we can surmise that this is probably going to be for Alpitronic hyperchargers with 4 CCS and 4 NACS based on what we are seeing in DFW. Next, Supercenter 1455 at 8401 Anderson Boulevard in Fort Worth, again found by EV Texans. This one is in between Dallas and Fort Worth, closer to Arlington. So a usable spot. Definitely look for 4 Alpitronic hyperchargers here. Up next, Supercenter 590 in Southwest Fort Worth. 6300 Oakmont Boulevard will be receiving Alpitronic hyperchargers as well. And then in Mesquite, Texas, Supercenter 789. Looks like installation of EV chargers in an existing Walmart parking lot. That is consistent verbiage. So it looks like 200 US Highway 80 East will be getting this same treatment here by Walmart EV Charging for Alpitronic hyperchargers, spotted by EV Texans. The last one spotted by EV Texans, Neighborhood Market 2976 in Mesquite as well. Installation of 4 EV charging stations in the Walmart parking lot. Looks very, very normal, very close to the last one in Mesquite. I think it's worth mentioning here, there are 140 or 141 neighborhood markets or supercenters in the DFW. We have now reached over 26% of them having EV charging in them, and they're all Alpitronic. That is incredible. So DFW, your build out is not done. We are still finding chargers. I don't know if Walter's right. We talked about this on Coast to Coast EVs a while back. Maybe somebody said, do them all. But we will keep an eye on it. 26% is an impressive number. All right, now for the ones that I found, Supercenter 1198 in San Antonio, Texas. I like to go back to areas that we have found before, a few weeks later and see if they added anything. In the case of San Antonio, they did. This one is located at 1515 North Loop 1604, and looks like there will be the installation of electric vehicle charging infrastructure, 4 of them to be specific, with the chargers, again, Alpitronic hyperchargers on that call as well. Up next, my favorite find so far. These 2 finds coming up in Oviedo, Florida. The amount of information that was posted in these Florida databases was incredible. So I want to share a little bit of it. Supercenter 5984 in Oviedo. Scope of the work is installation of 4 customer charging units, 2 chargers per unit, for a total of 8 12-foot wide EV charging stalls, along with the cabinets and everything. We think that Florida will, for the most part, be ABB units, so it looks like ABB A400s here, but it's that last box there. Project timeline, looking to finish construction by the end of 2025. That is quick, and that gives me hope for the rest of Florida to come on very, very quickly as well. Again, it just says looking to finish. That's their goal. Sometimes things don't happen, especially with shifting political climates and tariffs and all that. Who knows? There's just so much going on right now in this nascent industry of EV charging. So hopefully they make that goal, because the same goal is mentioned here in Neighborhood Market 5106, also in Oviedo, Florida. This one is directly adjacent from the University of Central Florida. So again, 4 customer charging units for 8 stalls total. You see everything else that they're going to include, and again, looking to finish construction by the end of 2025. So 4255 Alafaya Trail, you will be getting this at your neighborhood market just across from the University of Central Florida. All right. Next, I was able to spot in Orlando, Supercenter 4588 at 3101 West Princeton Street, right next to a Tesla dealership. The conversion of existing parking to electric vehicle parking stalls and installation of EV chargers, transformer signages, and everything that goes with it. So Orlando had a good week here in Walmart EV charging permitting, and I'm glad that I was able to find them because I love going to Orlando, family there and everything. So good to know that these options are coming. That was not the only spot in Florida. All right. Down in the southeast near Miami, this popped up for Supercenter 1349 in Sunrise, Florida, looking to install EV charging stations to existing Walmart parking lot. I had to find this one using AI and some other websites I don't typically use. I'm comfortable enough with this one to go ahead and say that I think this is happening. Broward County was impossible to find the permit, even though it's listed there. It looks like it would require a FOIA request, and I just don't have time for that right now. So I'm going to go with it on this one. Just understand, I don't have as much evidence for this one as I would like, but I still think that this is going to happen at 3306 North University Drive. I will also add, I didn't give it a page, and I'm not going to include it in the tables, but I think this may be happening as well in Port St. Lucie, Florida. Again, no permitting there, online at least. But I did find through this source that there is a permit for it. I just can't find it. And it was way too vague for me to be comfortable. But Port St. Lucie may be included in this. I'll keep an eye on it and hopefully can report back later on that one. All right, let's head to Colorado, spotted by Alejandro EV66 in Loveland, Supercenter 1008 or 1008, however you want to say it, at 250 West 65th Street. Install 4 dual ports to serve 8 EV chargers and all of that goes with it, utility transformers and everything. Coming to Loveland, that's a pretty significant city. It's mentioned a lot in Out of Spec. Not so much now that they've moved to North Carolina, but I believe there's a Tesla service center there. And so we know that EVs are huge in Colorado. So we're going to add one to Loveland and to Monument. Supercenter 3227 on the south side of Denver, closer to Colorado Springs. The entire scope of this project is to install 4 electric vehicle chargers and their civil and electrical infrastructure in the existing Walmart parking lot. I was able to spot this one. Again, AI tools were very, very helpful. But Colorado continues to get treated very well by Walmart EV charging. All right, let's go to one. It's not California if there's not a caveat, right? Supercenter 3129 in Eastvale, California. This supercenter is non-existent right now. It's being built. So as they build the store, in the articles and everything going around it, included that the center will feature a 16-pump fuel station and EV charging, which is interesting considering the saga that's been going on in Indio. So I think that this will be worth watching, and hopefully we can keep our eye on this location over the coming months. It looks like the supercenter should be built early next year. Hopefully the EV charging comes with it. And like I said, I like to go back every now and then, and I went to Phoenix and found at Supercenter 2767 in Mesa, Arizona, they are going to build 8 EV charging spots using 4 ABB A400 units for 4505 East McKellips Road in Mesa. So this should be 13 or 14 locations now in Phoenix, so a good number going in there. And several of them should be coming, at least 4, should be coming online very, very soon in the Phoenix area, so we are looking forward to that. All right, let's take a look at the data tables. These are the ones that were added in this update, and we'll take a look at the rest of it and add them to the list. So there you have it. 2 sleeper sites found on Walmart Energy's website that they list as coming soon. This is very, very exciting for Georgia and Florida, and I think that it's just going to open the gates for Florida with construction like we found in Brandon. I'm also very, very excited for store 4108 getting Alpitronic hyperchargers at that beta site in Springdale. I think that that's going to be a very much welcomed addition in that particular parking lot at that store. Thanks for joining me this week. I hope that you enjoyed this look at Walmart EV charging, and happy trails.